Morning, everybody. This is Tammy Costrini from Insurance Advisors Direct, and we are here today with Andrew Saul from Physicians Mutual, and we are going to talk about their dental products. A little housekeeping: if you have any questions during the webinar, feel free to put them in the question and answer, and then I will keep track of them during the webinar and answer them as we can. Also, this is being recorded, and you'll be able to see it on our YouTube video in the next couple of days. So no further ado, Andrew, I will let you give your presentation.
Perfect. So Andrew Saul here. I am a W-2 employee sales director here at Physicians Mutual. Excited to talk to you about our dental today because I tell you, it's probably one of the better dentals out there. If my opinion, best dental running, depending on what you need. So let me go ahead. I'm going to share my screen here with you guys. Give me 2 seconds to pull this up. I'm going to start with our state product map. It's going to show currently where our products are being offered, and then we'll roll right into the plan. So here we go. This is our current most up-to-date state product map. Today we're talking dental, so we're really looking at either of these two tic tacs, either this teal tic tac right here or this pink tic tac. Now, with that said, if you are in a state that has the teal tic tac, you have our newest dental plan available. It's really what I'm going to major on today. If you are not in a teal tic tac, that means you live in the state of Nevada. Currently, it's the only state that has our pink tic tac. You have our old dental plan. It's still fabulous, but I'm really going to major on that teal tic tac somewhere in this general area, and we'll go from there. So yeah, pretty good at multitasking. So if you have a question, if you want to post in the chat, I'll probably be able to get to it as I'm speaking. So let's do this. Oh, also in the chat, I'm putting my email, because if you want these slides, I'll shoot them to you. I just need you to email me. My email is andrew.saul. That's at physiciansmutual.com. That's in the chat right now. So this is our current state product map. We're changing all the time. We're actually going to have our MedSup come to a few new states here this year, which we'll talk about another time. But let's talk about the dental. So this is our dental brochure for every state other than Nevada. So let's talk about it. So how's our dental work? Our dental is a PPO. What does that mean? It means you can go to any dentist in the nation. Technically, you go to any dentist around the world, but let's just stick to the United States for right now. It's a PPO, go to any dentist in the nation. However, we lease what's known as the Ameritas network. It's one of, if not the larger or largest dental networks in the nation. So if you'll go to the Ameritas network, because our plan's a PPO, not only can you go anywhere, but if you'll stick to the Ameritas network, and I'll show you how to research the classic PPO, not only can you go, because it's a PPO, you'll also get a discount. What you're going to see here in just a second, I'll give you in writing that discount averages about 36% per covered procedure. And when I say in writing, I don't literally mean me drawing this out. I mean, I'm going to show it to you in our brochure. Anyways, but we'll get there. So it's a PPO, go to any dentist in the nation. You stick to that Ameritas network, you're also going to get a discount. Let's talk about the plan. So how's the plan work? Day one coverage. Immediately you have access to preventive benefits. Preventive benefits would be like exams, cleanings, x-rays. And you have day one access to basic benefits. Our covered services would be like extractions, anesthesia or anesthetic, fillings, things of that nature. It is, however, a 12-month wait for majors. Now, you understand why I'm here in just a second, but it is 12 months for majors. Majors includes things like root canals, crowns, bridges, dentures, full upper dentures, lower dentures, partials, pontics, implants, endodontic work, periodontal work, etc. There are no, before anyone asks, there are no orthodontic work. So like braces is what I'm getting at. No night guards also. Implants are covered. Root canals, dentures are covered. Now let's get into our two big kickers most people don't have. The first one's this. Our plan has no deductible. So it doesn't matter which of the 4 plans that we have that you take, we have no deductible. In other words, you don't have to pay anything before the plan starts paying. And here's our big kicker no other PPO in the nation has. We have no annual max out of pocket on any covered service. So as long as it's a covered service, there is no annual max. It's one of the best things we bring to the table that no other PPO in the nation has right now. Any questions so far? Go ahead.
Just one is if you can maximize your screen because it's coming across wide and very small.
Like that?
That should help. Yes. Thank you.
Did that work?
It's still stretched out, but it may be just your monitor.
Does that look better?
It is bigger. Yeah, probably can. Yep, there we go. That's much better. Thank you.
Okay. Got like those 48-inch curved monitors. So maybe
that's what I was thinking. It was the monitor.
Perfect. And are you seeing that question in the chat? Because I couldn't see that in the chat if you are.
Yes, it was about the screen.
Okay, I don't know how to see that. Somehow I'm missing that. Okay. Oh, I do see it now. Questions, answers. Yes, wonderful. That's awesome, Warren. Okay, any other questions for me so far? I'm going to dive into the actual nuts and bolts of the plan. Feeling pretty good? Let's do it. Okay, we got 4 different plans available, what you're going to see right here. We have a premier plan, a preferred plan, a standard plan, and an economy plan. Now, the difference in the plans is not what they cover. Read this first sentence. These 4 plans cover the same 400 plus D codes. The difference in the plans is not what they cover. The difference is what they pay per covered procedure, excluding preventive work, right? So our most popular plan right now, it's this premier plan. Now you're used to this. It's a true co-insurance plan, right? The way this plan works is this. So assuming that a 𝗵𝗫𝗀𝗃 network, anything you do preventive, no matter the plan's covered 100%. On the premier plan, basic has a 70% co-insurance rate. Major pays 70% with no deductible, no annual max on any covered service. Plan's $56.50 a month. That premium and that coverage, I'm telling you, I can't find a better plan. Here's some more of the benefit. That premium is the same no matter your age. 18 to infinity. There's no age limit. And it's the same premium in every state, excluding Nevada, which makes it easy when you're quoting someone, especially if you work just outside of your home state. If you're writing someone in Florida, it's $56.50. If you're writing someone in Wisconsin, it's $56.50. Okay. Major prior to 12 months. Can people get the discount? Yes. Good question, Nathan. So the major work is a 12-month wait, right? And we don't waive that even if you've had prior coverage. It's one way we keep our premiums so much cheaper than any of the other carriers with this type of coverage. However, let's say you're going in for a root canal crown. You've been on the plan for 6 days. As long as you stick to the 𝗵𝗫𝗀𝗃 network, you can access the discount for major work day 1. The plan just won't pay for you, but you will get the discount. I've got a really good friend who's also an agent. His wife took this plan. She needed a root canal and a crown. It was $1,800. Because she went in the network, it was the first day she got the plan. It dropped it from $1,800 to a little over $1,100. So you get the discount day 1. Good question. All right, next question. How many procedures exist in other plans? You talking about how many D codes are covered with other companies? There are so many companies with dental insurance. That's a real tough question for me to answer. I don't know. But with us, it's over 400 plus, which is covering. I've never had a complaint. Let me word it that way. I've not had a complaint about what we cover. With this caveat, we don't cover orthodontics like braces or night guards. That's the only complaints I really get. Good question.
And Andrew, I have somebody who had their hand raised, so I'm going to let them ask a question.
Go ahead.
Give me just a second. Jerry, I know you had a question. Would you like did it get answered, or would you still like to ask? I've taken you off mute, so actually looks like we are okay.
Good to go, my friend. Good to go. Okay. So any other questions on how the plan works? Premier, we're selling about 2,000 of these a day right now. So we're doing a whole lot of these Premier plans in the chat. Okay. All right. Let's keep rolling. So here it is in writing. You stick to that 𝗵𝗫𝗀𝗃 network. You're going to get that discount. That discount averages about 36% per covered procedure. I'm going to show you that in just a second, and we will go from there. Now, with the dental plan, you also get access to our hearing vision rider. Now, before I show you this plan, I'm going to start out by saying this is not like the greatest coverage you've ever seen, but it is cheap, and people like cheap. So check this out. It's $8.95 per month per person. which really, if you run that for a year, 9 times 12, it's about $110 a year, right? About $110 a year. Now, what do you get for $110 a year? This is an indemnity plan, which means now the dental plan is true dental insurance. It's a true PPO dental insurance, right? The dentist files the claim, we pay almost always. The vision hearing is indemnity, which means we're going to pay you for using the benefit. So have an eye exam done, we'll give you up to $100 a year for an eye exam. Here's the value. This is anywhere. There is no network. You want to go to Walmart, Target Optical, Lens Crafters, Pearl Vision, Costco, Sam's Club, doesn't matter. Go. We're going to give you up to $100 for that eye exam and $150 after a 3-month wait, or up to $150 for lenses, frames, glasses, contacts, sports glasses. And this also includes progressive lenses. So really, I mean, just use the vision benefit. It's about $250 a year in vision benefit for around $110 a year in premium. Also, including with the rider, is a hearing benefit. So $75 a year for hearing exam anywhere. There's no network, and up to $500 per hearing aid per ear, or $1,000 after a 12-month waiting period. So from your effective date. So if someone needs hearing aids, absolutely. Here's $1,000 if you get $500 per ear per hearing aid. Let's see. Will the vision and hearing pay if you have other coverage? Yes, Gary. There is no crossover here. We're not going to ask you, did you have a VSP plan? We're going to cover it. Also, there are some discounts if you'll stick to the VSP network, though you don't have to, like an exam, 20% off glasses, and up to 20% off PRK or LASIK. Let me piggyback on Jerry's question real quick. Any questions on the vision hearing benefit? And then I'm going to piggyback off that question. It's a good question.
I do not see any questions. So it's a reimbursement, indemnity reimbursement. So if they have other vision coverage or something with care to give some kind of benefit, then this is on top of that.
That is correct. Okay. Let me piggyback on Jerry's question. Jerry asked, can you use this in addition with other coverage? Yes, because this is indemnity, use it anywhere, doesn't matter. You can also do the same, and I think it might have froze. Can everybody still hear me? Did I freeze?
Yes, I can hear you.
Froze. You can also use our dental the same way. So the way the dental plan works, it's a PPO, but we have no coordination of benefits. What that means is this. If you've got, let's say, a group plan, and your group plan covers maybe 50% of majors up to, let's say, $2,000. And you go to the dentist and you get a root canal and crown, and the dentist charges you $1,000, right? Okay. You're at the dentist. Hold on one second. Hey, guys, can y'all please be quiet? Yes. Thank you. So you're at the dentist. You got $1,000 bill. Your group plan, let's say, pays 50% of it. So if your group plan pays $500, that means you have $500 left over. Okay. Dentist can turn around and bill us 100% of the original billable amount. And you have the premier plan. We will pay 70% of the original billable amount. That means if it was $1,000 bill, we're going to pay, if it's $1,000 towards major and we cover the services, 70% or $700 to that $1,000 bill, which if your group plan paid $500, now leaves you with an excess of $200 or a credit of $200 to use towards any future billable event, because we have no coordination of benefits. Or in other words, it doesn't matter what your primary or what your other dental insurance pays, we will always pay our portion of the benefit. Does that make sense to everybody? Any questions on that?
No questions on that.
Okay. I'm locked out of. Can you stop my share real quick so I can reshare? It's locking me out here. No, just make me stop sharing my screen because my computer's just completely froze. Can you cause me to stop sharing? Let me log in through my phone.
This presentation is probably clearer than any other Physicians Mutual presentation I've seen. So I want to congratulate you on that. Don't worry about the technical glitch.
Thank you, my friend.
You put a lot of the points of it in place, like the discount and so on. I appreciate it because I can see us agents using your presentation when we're speaking to someone else, and that works.
Good word, brother. That's a good word. It's a really good word. All right, I'm logging in right now.
As logging in, Warren, or anybody else, did y'all have any other questions on the DBH? And thank you for that.
We are good to go.
Okay, it's pulling up. Give me maybe 10 seconds and I should be in. I don't know what happened. That thing, my computer just started beeping at me and everything froze.
I wondered if your pen got in the way.
It may-
Your highlighting pen probably got caught with something there.
Yeah, just crazy.
And again, I had a question. If anybody needs Andrew's email, it is listed in the chat. I can send it to you directly if you do not see it.
Perfect, I'm back. Okay, can anybody hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you.
Here you're fine.
Let's log right back on here. Okay, our brochure. So did everyone get what I was saying about we have no coordination of benefits? So if you get a $1,000 bill, your group plan pays $500. This plan's going to pay 70% of the original billable amount because we have no coordination of benefits. Does that make sense to everybody?
Yes,
That
no questions
not
on
make
that.
sense to somebody. Excellent. Okay, so let me do premiums. Oh, and let me screen not as big. I think that was the problem earlier. Okay, so all our premiums are in our apps. I'm in Texas, but it's the same premium in any state excluding Nevada. Just keep that in mind. All right, so premiums right here is a discount for taking a Medicare supplement, but let's pretend right now you're not taking Medicare supplement. It's a small discount, it's 5%. Let's just assume you're not taking a med sup, okay? So if you're on that Premier plan, set 70% plan. Plan 4, this is an individual, 5650, okay? An individual and their spouse, 11020. For a single parent, 113. For an entire family, 177.95. Now, let's talk about it. I have this preferred plan, okay? I have the whole family plan. This is myself, my spouse, and my son. We pay $147.90. All right. I've got a family in Alabama and there's 12 of them. There's 10 kids and 2 adults. God help that family, right? Can you imagine having 10 kids? I got 1. There's 12 of them. My point is this. They pay the same premium I pay. Why? Because every kid after the first one's built in the policy. So this $147.90 for an all family or $390 for a single parent, that's 1 kid or 10 kids. It doesn't matter. There's no limit as long as you're covering the first one. Does that make sense to everybody? What I'm telling you is the more kids you have, the better ratio it gets. Take some dental insurance. Okay. I am going to walk you guys through checking the network in an app real quick, unless there's some questions about this.
We are good to move on to the network part.
Perfect. Let me show you the easiest way to quote and get the network. This is what everyone should be using, whether you're writing a med sup or a dental with us. This is what I recommend you do. You're going to go to our homepage, physiciansmutual.com. To get a quote or check the network, don't log in. This is where you log in. Don't log in. Come down here and click this big circle that says dental insurance. Click that thing. Once this screen loads, you're going to scroll down. If you want a quote for a husband who live in the state of Michigan, select your state, hit save, all the same premiums. That's husband, wife, individual, update quote, all the same premiums we've been looking at. And then you can get a good idea of which plan it is based on these numbers right here. You could email the quote right here, but do not hit apply now. You got to log in to get credit for it. Now, in the next few months, we should have a personal URL where you can send it yourself. We just don't have a pure link yet. So do not click apply now. This is just if you want to quote real quick. And then to check the network, you'll scroll down, hit search for a dentist. Can you give me a zip code?
48170.
All right, got to give it a second to load. It must be my internet. You know, there's some storms out this way, so that may be the problem. All right, 481, what was it?
48170.
All right, that's Plymouth?
Yes.
Okay, type your zip code in, hit search, and in the Plymouth area, never heard of Plymouth. Is that smaller? No, must not be. There's 392 providers in the network. So let me tell you how you read these. Anyone whose name shows up in green or black is in the network. So anyone whose name shows up on the screen is in the network. If their name populates in green, theoretically, they're going to give you the greatest discount per covered procedure. So if the average discount per covered procedure is 36% and your name's in green, you may do 40%, 42%. If your name's in black, you may do 30%, you may do 36%. Theoretically, if it's in green, you should give the greatest discount per covered procedure. Does that make sense with you guys? Yes, we will, Warren. It'll be out in the next few months. And then you can scroll down. It's every kind of dentist you can think of. You got general dentist, you got locations that have multiple dentists, like this 𝗺cie dentistry. You got to hit this little drop down and it shows all the dentists in the network. Orthodontist, you'll find periodontist, you'll find children's, whatever, sorry, endodontist. I don't remember, or pediatric dentist. That's what I'm looking for a kid. You guys get the idea. It's every kind of dentist you can think of, or at least that I can think of. Anyways, so that's the network and that's quoting. Let me walk you through how to write a policy now. So we're going to go back to the home page. The quickest way for me to get back, I'm going to click this little icon up here. I see that little Physicians Mutual icon at the top left. That takes you back to the home page. So if I click it, back on the home page. We know we're on the home page because we got the quotes down here. If you've never logged in before, I'll walk you through it. We're going to click on the agent and platform login at the very top up here. So we're going to click that link. It's going to take us to a login page. Once we're here, oh, also, if your client has a vision or claim, you can upload it for them right here. All you need is an itemized receipt. So you'll click here and you'll upload that itemized receipt that files the claim for them. So remember, the vision hearing is a indemnity. It's not true dental insurance. So you got to upload that claim, or they could file it, but here's how you could do it. But let's say you're wanting to log in and write a policy. You're going to click log in. If you've never logged in here before, you got to click forgot password. Your username is your national producer number. So whatever your NPN is, that's your username. Type that in. You're going to get a password reset link sent to your email. I don't know why every carrier doesn't make your username your NPN. Why they make it difficult, I don't understand. I'm glad we do. My username, however, ironically in saying that, is an employee ID number. So it's a little different than yours. Once you log in, you'll have a little less links than I do. You're going to click the last one for you. It should be called electronic application. It's going to take you into the policy. First thing it asks for is your resident state. Now, this is not your resident license. This is where your client lives. So if you guys live in Michigan, but you're writing an app in Alabama, it's where your client lives. So we'll put Alabama, type your national producer number in, and then click anywhere outside of that box, and it should load your info. You can also do this on a tablet or a phone. Two different ways to get a signature. If you are in person, and you're on a phone or tablet, they can sign with their finger or like an iPad pen, right? If you're not in person, or if you're on the computer, sorry, they can sign with your mouse and just draw their name. If you're not in person, you're remote, we can do DocuSign, which I'm sure you're used to, or what's called IVR, that's virtual signature. I'll walk you guys through that as well. So we'll try remote, product line health, product available, dental. We're gonna do first name, last name, date of birth, sex, phone number, email, and then we'll do address. And this is being recorded if you want to run back through here. Now, when it validates address, I usually choose the suggested one because this is the last 4 digits of the zip. It's what the USPS gives us. So I'll accept that and I'll hit next to quote. It's going to take me to a quote page. Let's say I want to do a husband plan. And let's say they really liked, I don't know, we could do economy, standard, preferred, premier, whatever we want. Let's say they really like that premier plan, the one we just went over. As soon as my request processes, because of how slow my internet's going, you're going to see that all these premiums over here are going to update to a husband, wife, or individual spouse plan. Schedule 1's economy, 2 is 3's preferred, 4 is premier. If you're paying direct bill or a credit card, it's an extra $3 a month. But let's say they're going to do automatic bank withdrawal, and they don't want to add the vision hearing rider. So it's 11020. If they want to add it, you hit that little check, and you see the premium automatically updates to what their total out of pocket should be. But let's say they don't want it. I'm going to hit start the application. I've got my first name, last name. effective date, you can be effective the same day. So if they had a dentist appointment today, I would make it effective today. The only caveat to this is you can be effective any day the 1st through the 28th of the month. The reason you can't be effective after the 28th is because some months like February don't always have 29 days or more in them, right? So any day the 1st through the 28th can go to the dentist today. If they went today, all you need is the policy number and you need their number and our customer service number. That's all a dentist will need to confirm benefits. So let's say you're married. Let's say you don't have a Medicare supplement, so you don't get a discount, but I'll show you what the discount looks like. Brings it from 110.20, it's a 5% discount to 104. Let's pretend you don't have the discount. You don't have a MedSup in the house. I don't know my ABW info. Let me just type my credit card in. Please don't write this information down. And hit next. It's going to update my premium an extra $3 because it's credit card, but I don't know my routing account number. Give it a second to load. This is just making sure all the information looks correct. Yes. Okay. On this app is true, so the agent signs it. Last two questions. Because we're a mutual company, you can vote on who the board of directors are every year. If you don't want to vote on the board, sign the proxy and somebody will vote for you. Last question. Will this application be signed using IVR? If I say no and hit apply now, boom, jet issue. It's going to give me a policy number and a receipt. I'm not recommending that's what you do. I'm recommending you sign the app using the IVR process. Let me explain. IVR is a voice signature. When I hit yes, you're going to see a text scroll open. Few questions with a phone number you call. If you're not in person and you're on the phone, you'll do a three-way call. I'll give you an example. So if I hit yes, here's the text scroll. I'm going to call this phone number right here. If I'm on the phone, it's a three-way call. If I'm on Zoom, WebEx, Google Meet, Teams, something like that, then I'm just going to call this number and put my phone on speaker. I'm going to ask these questions to my client. I'm telling you, this takes less than 30 seconds, and it's a jet issue. You don't have to worry about a senior stumbling around trying to figure out DocuSign. It's a jet issue. You call this number. Somebody can time me on this. Here's the script you're going to read. A robot answers. The robot says, please enter the policy number. Here it is right here. These 9 digits, 7108-49467. The robot says, please press pound to start recording. You press pound. You read the script in its entirety. My name is 𝗂𝗂𝗀. Now start recording the audio signature for policy number 7108-49467. Please verify your first and last name. Your client says their first name and last name. Please say yes to confirm that you have read or reviewed the application, credit card authorization, and proxy. Your client says yes, hit the check. Please say yes, electronically sign the application form. Your client says yes, hit the check. Please say yes, electronically sign the completed credit card authorization. Client says yes, hit the check. Please say yes, electronically sign the proxy form. Client says yes, hit the check. That concludes your auto signature. I'll end the recording now, submit the app. Hit pound, policy. Once you hit apply now, jet issues, you're done. You don't have to do anything else. Generates a policy number with the receipt, but here's your policy number. If they want to go to the dentist before they get their card in the mail, card's usually 7 to 10 business days after the app is issued. That's fine. They just need this policy number and our customer service number, which I can give you. And guys, that's the dental in a nutshell. Any thoughts, comments, questions about any of that? Bada boom, bada bing.
Wonderful. I do not see any questions, but again, does anybody have any questions about the plan, the network, anything that you've seen today? If not, oh, I've got some people that raise their hands. If you wouldn't mind putting your question in the question and answer, we have everybody muted just for noise, but if you wouldn't mind putting them in the question and answer, we'd be happy to answer them.
Absolutely. Thank you, Craig. You're awesome, bro.
Thank you, Craig. Andrew is awesome.
Yes, and don't forget, if you want anything to win over, if you'll just email me, I'll make sure you get it. My email is andrew.saul@physiciansmutual.com. Warren, if you're talking Michigan, Michigan will open 1 year from July 1st of 2025.
Mm-hmm.
If not IVR, Nathan, they'll get a DocuSign. So that's automatically generated. If you write a policy after lunch Central Time, DocuSign usually goes the next morning, next business day morning. You write it before lunch Central Time, DocuSign usually goes same day. Good question.
So if they're gonna do a DocuSign, is it better to put can you still use today's effective date? And they'll
Yes.
just get it in the mail?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes, you can. You need issues. So let me back out. Wait till it's effective or wait till the DocuSign signed to make it effective. So don't use today's date if you do DocuSign. Use the next business day's date because it does
Okay.
have to be that's a good thought.
okay. And I know we had the 𝗫𝗀𝗃 question. They have great 𝗫𝗀𝗃 we'll schedule with Andrew for those of us who sell outside of Michigan as well. We have Michigan agents sell in multiple states, and we have agents all across the country. So we will be sure.
That's a good question. When can you start? Your day one of being contracted. So if you don't have our contract yet, you can send it, I guess through.
Get that scheduled. Let me know.
Yeah.
Absolutely. If
you
you
can
are
send
interested in
out-
contracting, my internet is unstable. If you're interested in contracting, just email me or call me, and I will actually reach out to everybody after this today and see if there's any outstanding questions or if you would like contracting, and we'll get that right out to you and get you started.
All right, Randall
one
asked
more
missing
question.
tooth loss. How scary. It's not going to pay for missing tooth. I don't know any standalone dental who does. You need a plan dental if you've got missing teeth for missing tooth costs. Sorry.
Right.
It's a good question.
It is the
Very
most
good.
popular question.
Yeah, it is.
All right.
Uh,
Any last questions? If I see some more people that raise their hands, if you wouldn't mind putting that in the question and answer, and we'll get that answered for you. And if not, you can feel free. I will reach out to you. And if I don't know the answer, I can certainly have Andrew, I can reach out to Andrew and get that question answered for you. So
Absolutely.
one last final round, if anybody has any questions, and then we will let everybody get back a little bit of time today. All right, there we go.
It's the only company. Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't know. Implants are covered after 12 months. That's correct, Cass. So that's when we start covering implants.
The other question is, DenCap Dental is the only company that can handle missing tooth. Thank you for that information, Warren. I also did not think that there was anybody who did it.
Yeah, I've never heard of it, so that's good to know.
Under their HMO plan. Thanks, Warren. We all learn something new every day.
That's a good word too.
Okay. Does not look like we have any last questions. If anybody does, it's your last opportunity. If not, again, I'll reach out to everybody and we will be sure to get those questions answered. Oh, I see one more pop up.
Thank you, Warren.
Thank you, Warren. Glad that you all found value in the webinar today, and we're excited to have Physicians Mutual partnering with us, and I will let everybody go. Thank you so much, Andrew. Everyone have a wonderful day and take care, and we'll talk soon.
See you, my friends.
Thanks. Bye-bye.